aware of thought. Who is that which was aware? What is that? Can I ask anyone?
Consciousness.
And what is consciousness?
It.
It. Stick with that. Okay? Mm-hmm. Stick with that. But answer from your heart, okay? Answer from what you know. Okay. What do you feel? What do you feel is awareness? Who was being aware? What is this awareness? Where did it come from? Who's being aware?
It was. It's like being seen through, but yet.
That's beautiful. Stick with that. It is being seen through, but yet it is everything, isn't it? Okay. What about you? What do you think? Who's being aware?
I just think of myself being aware.
And who is myself?
My conscience.
Your consciousness. And what is consciousness? I ask again.
Something I'm thinking about. I think.
Okay. What makes you aware that you think?
Because I have things to think about. So
What's that?
I have things that I want to give thought to, so I'm thinking.
So you're aware that you're thinking.
I'm aware that
Who is that aware that you're thinking?
Oh yeah, that's your consciousness. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Okay. No, that's good. You stick with that. Be aware that you really don't know. Okay? This is very, very good. Like I had a client, woman, and I asked her, and I said, now who is aware of the body-mind? And she was silent for a while, but she wasn't in the state because her eyes were closed as we went through this process. And then she said it in such a way that touched me. And she said, silence. And I said, okay, now let silence answer the question you asked me. You see, let it, because you said it, let it answer the question that you might have raised if you did. You see? Now, you said you don't know, okay, which is valid. Most people don't know what it is. Nobody knows, actually. We're just using words. We don't know. So therefore what you do is, I don't know. Therefore, no matter what the question is, it's invalid at this point because the question was arisen because I think I knew who I am. That's why I raised the question. But now if I don't know who I really am because I don't know the awareness that keeps me alive, because awareness is everything, right? It is what keeps the body feeling alive and the mind thinking. This it. But if I don't know what this it is, and most people don't, therefore I don't know who I am. And if I don't know who I am, then the question that I've asked is coming from an illusory point of view. Are you with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So whatever we come up with, and it's all valid, whatever you say is valid, but you're looking at what is real. And that's beautiful when you said it. And it's beautiful the way you put it. You're always so original. You see? But as you go into what is real, you go into it, into that feeling. You see? You let that feeling, that inner guidance, that Holy Spirit, that's what it is, to answer your question. And you cannot answer it with your mind because your mind plays tricks. You let it answer your question while in that state, and you'll find all the questions are answered that way. You see? And it's fantastic. And so far that I've applied it to quite a few clients, all of them, they come in and they write down the question. I'm having problems with my husband, or I'm having this kind of problem, or I'm having this fear, or I'm afraid of the future, what might happen. And then they go into that state, they relax completely, and then I say, let this that they've said it is, from their inner knowing, let it answer the question. And they find that the questions have been answered by them. And when they leave, there's a glow in their face. I never realized that this inner guide is so intelligent, so wise, because it is. You see? So you are the sky, you are the sun. You see, you are that brightness. It doesn't matter how many clouds form. There's nothing wrong. No matter what, the real is always there. Always. So no matter what fear is attacking you, no matter what illness is attacking you, no matter what problems you have, it is always there. And if you see it from that perspective, you will find that it will resolve practically itself. Because you're giving it a way of looking in a broader sense, instead of being so boxed into an egoic, you see, an egoic, limitation. So now, you're all very wise, okay, because you've all have come up with this. I didn't ask everybody, but it wasn't necessary. So whatever you call this, whatever you come up with, which is of course a mystery, we cannot know it, we call it whatever. I call it, I call it is, I call it the beloved, because it's love. But love is not something. Is love something? I mean, emotional love is something, yeah. But emotional love is really needy love. I want you to love me so I can love you, type of thing. But true love is. It just is. It is the divine itself. It is the beloved itself. You see? It just is. It's just it. So therefore, it is that which resolves everything. And we become more and more this love as we begin to awaken to it. As we realize there's nothing to know. I'm not talking about now intellectual knowing, information about computer. I'm talking about spiritually. Spiritually, we cannot know anything because it knows everything. All we can do is simply surrender. But then again, can you surrender? No. Any attempt to surrender is futile. How many people have tried to surrender? Practically every spiritual seeker has. It never worked. But when you want to see the real, because it's important to you, because it is the most important thing there is, that surrender becomes automatic. You see? So then, when it's there, you realize it does everything, is everything. You see? And it does it all through me. And not only does it through me, there is no really a me at all. I am it. See, that is the real growth. Like when we talk about oneness, we say, oh, there is oneness. In truth, there is no oneness. There is only it. I am it. I am the oneness, if you know what I mean. There is no separation at all. Separation is the idea from the mind. It's a dualistic thing. Now,